Hello everyone and welcome to Kiki Crochet. In this video tutorial we're going to learn how to crochet this beautiful baby dress which is for age 2 years old. I used a total of 3 skeins of the pink and 2 skeins of the yellow of Alize Baby Best, which is a medium weight yarn, and it's suitable for all seasons except of summer. Now if you would like to make this dress for summertime, where you want it to be lighter and cooler, you can use yarns that are medium weight or lightweight that in most part consist of cotton. There are yarns that are 55% cotton and 45% acrylic, half and half, and so on. Those yarns are suitable for this pattern and this dress. So now let's go ahead and see the material that I used and how to start our beautiful dress. The yarn that I'm going to use is Alize Baby Best, which is a medium weight yarn, and it's suitable for all seasons except summer. But especially for spring, it's a very nice yarn because it's 90% acrylic and 10% bamboo. The 10% bamboo that's on this yarn, it makes it very soft and very cozy. Okay, but because for the biggest part it's acrylic, it's not suitable for summer because it's going to be very warm. Okay, so the crochet hook that I'm going to use, it's a 4mm crochet hook. And before we start, I want to explain how we're going to use the chart that I have in the beginning of the video. Now, I'm crocheting for a 2-year-old and I need to have a total of 80 chains in the beginning. In the chart, I explain starting from the top that I'm going to have a total of 6 sets of 3 double crochet, then 5 sets of 3 double crochet, 6 sets for the front, and 5 sets for the other sleeve. So the 5 sets over here are my sleeves, and this is the back, and this is the front. What we have to be aware of though, for every single age that I have on the chart, we always start our project from the sleeve right here on the side. Well, on the ages that I have the same sets all around, it doesn't really matter, but for the sets that are kind of rectangular, because I have 6 sets on the front and the back and 5 sets for the sleeves, it's very important. So I always start from the sleeve and I start from the last double crochet of the first set of stitches over here. So when I'm going to start crocheting, I'm going to start with a total of 4 chains, which count as a double crochet, and it's the last double crochet for this set over here. And the 1 chain is the chain 1 space. After that, I'm going to have a total of 4 sets, increase, 6 sets, increase, 5, increase, 6, increase, and the completion of the last set of 3 double crochets. So in order to complete the last set, I'm going to need 2 more double crochet plus the one that I have in the beginning will give me the 3 double crochet that I need. But in the chart, when I start, I mean that when I have 6 sets dash 5 sets dash 6 sets dash 5 sets, I start all the sets from the beginning over here. So I'm trying to explain just so you don't get confused, okay? And I work double crochet all around, even though the symbols that I have over here mean half double crochet, but because I was in a hurry and because I wanted it to be clear enough to understand, I didn't put the diagonal dash right here in the middle of each T symbol over here. Okay, so just to be clear, I wanted to explain how I have written out the chart for the pattern and how we really have to start. So what you can do in those square papers, you can put out your stitches so you know how to start as well. So let's go ahead and see how to put the chart into actual work. I have already started with my 80 chains. And what I'm going to do now is be careful so your chain doesn't twist. Put your hook in the first chain that you made, and we're going to work a slip stitch. Okay, so I have a circle, I have a ring. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to start with the side right over here from the sleeve, starting with my 4 chains. So I'm going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 3 chains are 1 double crochet, and the last chain counts as a chain 1 space. So yarn over once, skip the next chain, put your hook in the next one, and work 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 chains. 1, next chain, 2, and the next one, 3. So I just completed 1 set of 3 double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 chain from your work, and work starting from the chain after that, work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, next chain, 2, next chain, 3. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, starting from the chain after that, work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, next chain, 2, next one, 3. So far I have 1, 2, 3 sets of 3 double crochet. Now I'm going to work the 4th and last set for this side for the sleeve, because the 5th set is going to be created in the end of row number 1. Okay, so chain 1, skip 1 chain, starting from the chain after that, work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 3 double crochet. Now I'm going to work my increase. So my increase is always going to be a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to start creating the 6 sets for the front part of my dress. So the first set is going to start, the first double crochet of the first set is going to be made in the same stitch that I just worked the last double crochet from the last set. Okay, so in the same chain work the first double crochet and 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 chains. 2 and 3. So this was the first set out of the 6 that I want for the front part. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, put your hook in the chain after that, and work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, starting from the chain after that, 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, starting from the chain after that, work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, starting from the chain after that, work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of 3 double crochet. Now I'm going to work the last set because I need to have 6 sets for the front part. Oops. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, starting from the chain after that, work 3 double crochet in a row. 1, 2, and 3. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of 3 double crochet. The front part of the dress is completed. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3, which is my increase, and starting from the very same stitch that I just worked the last double crochet, for the last set I'm going to work the first double crochet for the first set for the sleeve. Okay, so 1 and 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 chains, 2 and 3. So this is the first out of the 5 sets that I need for the sleeve. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, starting from the chain after that, work 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, starting from the chain after that, work 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, starting from the chain after that, work 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 3 double crochet. So I need 1 more. Chain 1, skip the next chain, starting from the chain after that, work 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. So I worked my 5 sets for the sleeve, and I'm going to create the back part for my dress. So I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, which is my increase, and I'm going to crochet in the very same stitch that I worked the last double crochet for the last set. I'm going to work the first double crochet for the first set for the 6 that I need for the back. So in the same chain, work 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet in each of the next 2. So 2 and 3. Okay, so I have my first set completed. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, put your hook in the chain after that, and work 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, put your hook in the chain after that, and work 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, put your hook in the chain after that, and work 3 double crochet in a row, 1, 2 and 3. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, put your hook in the chain after that, and work 3 double crochet in a row, 1, 2 and 3. Chain 1, skip 1 chain, put your hook in the chain after that, and work 3 double crochet in a row, 1, 2, 3. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets for the back part of my dress. Okay, so the back part for this row is completed. Now I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, because I need to have a total of 4 corners, 4 sides of increases. Okay, and again, now I'm going to complete the first set of the sleeve that I began row number 1. Okay, so chain 3, I'm going to put my hook in the very same stitch that I worked the last double crochet. Okay, 1 double crochet in the last chain that's left, and I'm going to work a slip stitch into the first double crochet that I worked for this row. So starting to count from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, put your hook in the 3rd chain. So by doing this, I have the first set of 3 double crochet for the sleeve right here on the left. Okay, so see right here we have a rectangle completed because I have 6 and 6 sets, 5 and 5 right here on those sides. Now we're going to start row number 2, and I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put my hook in the chain 1 space right here in the beginning, and I'm going to work 2 more double crochet, 1 and 2. So I have my first set of 3 double crochet completed. Chain 1, put your hook under the next chain 1 space and work 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3. So from here on we are always going to be crocheting in the chain 1 space, and in every chain 3 space I'm going to be keeping my corners, and up until I complete the increases to form the top part of my dress, I'm never going to turn my work. I'm always going to be working in the round. Chain 1, 3 double crochet under the next chain 1 space, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet under the next chain 1 space, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1. Now I've reached my increase, and in my increase I'm always going to be working 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 more double crochet in the same chain 3 space, 1, 2, and 3, and see how my corner is formed. Now from here on I'm going to be chaining 1, 3 double crochet under the next chain 1 space, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet under the chain 1 space, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet under the next chain 1 space, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet under the next chain 1 space, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet under the next chain 1 space, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1. Now I've reached my corner again, so in the corner I'm always going to be working 3 double crochet, 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and 3 more double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I've completed my second corner. So keep crocheting in the same exact way up until you complete the row. Once I reach the last corner over here, I'm going to turn my video back on. So every time you finish a set of 3 double crochet, always work a chain 1. After that, the only time we don't crochet, we don't make a chain 1 and we work 3 chains is in the corners. Okay, 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet in every chain 1 space all around. Right here, once I reach the last corner, I'm going to turn my video back on. I've worked my increase in the last corner over here, and now in order to complete row number 2, I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to work a slip stitch in the first double crochet for this row, which is the chain 3. So put your hook in the 3rd chain and work a slip stitch. So this is how every row is going to end. the same way I ended row number 2. Now, in order to start row number 3, I'm going to chain 3, which counts as my first double crochet, and now go back into the chain 1 space back here and work 2 more double crochet. 1, 2. So every row up until we complete working our increases is going to be starting in the same exact way as I did row number 3. Now chain 1, work 3 double crochet under the next chain 1 space. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet under the next chain 1 space. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet under the next chain 1 space. 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet under the next chain 1 space. 1, 2, and 3, chain 1. Now in the chain 3 space again we're gonna work our corner, our increase. So 3 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3, chain 3, and 3 more double crochet under the same chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and keep working the row in the same exact way we worked the previous row. Chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, here the corner, corner, corner. Once I reach the last corner, I'm going to turn my video back on to see how to finish row number 3, how to start row number 4, and I'm going to explain how we're going to work the rest of the top part of video. Okay, I've completed working all around for row number 3. I've worked my last increase. I have already worked the chain 1, and I'm going to work a slip stitch as I did in the previous row. So work a slip stitch in the first double crochet for this row, which was the chain 3, slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and again go back into the chain 1 space and work 2 more double crochet. And this is again your first set of 3 for the side for row number 4. Okay, now every single row is going to be worked in the same exact way as we did row number 3, and we're going to keep working increases up until when you fold the top part of the dress. Okay, these 2 right here are my sleeves. This is the neckline, and down here is the chest. So in the beginning I have a chart for this chest circumference, the total chest circumference. For this age is 54 centimeters around. I'm going to divide that number by 2 and the result is 27. So once I finish working my increases from the one corner to the other, I'm going to have a total of 27 centimeters. Okay, and the total sleeve depth, the arm depth for this age is 10 centimeters. But what's most important is the chest circumference. So once you finish the chest circumference, if the sleeve instead of 10 is 12 or 13 or 11, it doesn't matter because we're going to work a few rows after that and we're going to fix the sleeves. Okay, so I'm going to keep crocheting up until the one side to the other corner is 27 centimeters. Once I do that, I'm going to turn my video back on to see how to continue our dress from there on. I've completed working the top part of my dress and have a total of 7 rows. And when I fold and I measure from the one corner to the other, I should have my 27 centimeters. So it's exactly 27 centimeters. And the sleeve depth, I want it to be 10 centimeters. But in this case, it's 12. That doesn't matter because in the end rows, when I go ahead and finish off the sleeve in the end, we can fix that, okay? 1 or 2 centimeters more than the one that we need it's okay, it doesn't matter. So what I'm gonna do now is I've already worked my slip stitch, chain 1, cut the yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. Okay, so now that I've completed, I'm going to turn my work so I'm seeing the wrong side of all of my stitches. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to attach the yarn right here in the center, and I'm gonna attach my new color, the yellow yarn. So I've put my hook under a chain 1 space. Grab the yarn, pull it under this chain 1 space, and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches and 1 double crochet under every one chain 1 space. So let's go ahead and start. 1 double crochet under, 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. One double crochet under the chain 1 space, 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, 2 and 3, 1 double crochet under every chain 1 space, 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, 1 double crochet under the chain 1 space, 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, 1 double crochet under the chain 1 space, 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 1 double crochet under the chain 1 space, 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, and now I've reached the corner where I was working the 3 double crochet, the chain 3 and the 3 double crochet. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold in half, and I'm going to join the 2 corners together. In order to do that, I'm going to work 2 double crochet under the chain 3 space. So 1 and 2 double crochet. I'm going to work a 3rd double crochet in which I'm going to join the 2 corners together. So yarn over once, put your hook under the chain 3 space in the front and under the chain 3 space of the back, and work 1 double crochet. Now I'm going to turn my work, and in the chain 3 space of the back I'm going to work 2 double crochet. 1 and 2. Okay, so this is how our joining looks like, and this is how it's going to look like from the front. Now keep working 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, 1 double crochet under every chain 1 space up until you reach the next chain 3 space, where again I'm going to turn my video back on to join the 2 corners together. I've reached my next corner where again I'm going to join the 2 sides together. So under the chain 3 space, as I did on the previous leaf, I'm going to work 2 double crochet, 1, 2. I'm going to work a 3rd double crochet, which I'm going to use to join the both sides together. So yarn over once, put your hook under the chain 3 space of the front part and under the chain 3 space of the back part. Grab the yarn, pull it under and work a double crochet. Now turn your work and crochet 2 more double crochet in the chain 3 space of the back part. 1 and 2. Now keep working 1 double crochet on top of each of those 3 stitches, 1 double crochet under the chain 1 space up until the end, where the last stitch is going to be the 1 double crochet, the last double crochet in this last set of 3. When I work the last double crochet, I'm going to turn my video to see how to continue. I've completed my row of double crochet around, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work a slip stitch in the first double crochet for this row, which was the chain 3. So put your hook in the 3rd chain and work a slip stitch and a chain 1. If you recall, we had turned our work upside down and we were looking on the back side of the stitches. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn again the inside out. So now I'm looking in the right side of the double crochet that I was working on the top with the granny stitch. So what we need to be aware of now is that for the layers, the multiple for the stitch that we're going to create the layers has a multiple of 6. That's the rule. Okay, I have a total of 104 stitches. 104 is not a multiple of 6. 108 is, though. If you divide 108 by 6, 108 divided by 6, the total of is 18. So I need to have a whole number when I divide. This means that I need to add 4 stitches symmetrically around my work to go from 104 to 108. Okay, this is what you need to do. If your total number of stitches of the first row is not a multiple of 6, you need to add as many stitches to go to the next number that's divisible by 6. That's what multiple means. When you divide the total number by 6, you need to have a whole number. So when I divided 104 by 4, because I need a total of 4 increases around my work to have 4 more stitches in the end of row number 2 with the yellow color. So when I divided 104 by 4, the total was 26. So this means that in every 26th stitch, I'm going to add 1 more stitch in that same stitch to give me the 4 extra stitches. I'm going to do that a total of 4 times for a total of 4 extra stitches in the end of the row. Okay, so I'm going to chain 3. I've already worked 1 chain, work 2 more, and those 3 chains are my first double crochet. Now turn your work, and starting from the next double crochet, count 2, 3, 4, and when I reach 26, I'm going to turn my video back on. I've worked a total of 25 stitches. Now in the 26th stitch, I'm going to work 2 double crochet in the same stitch, 1 and 2. Now I'm going to start counting from 1 again. 1, 2, 3 up until 25. In the 26th stitch, I'm going to work my 2 double crochet again. Start all over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the 26th stitch, I'm going to work 2 double crochet. Where in the end of the row, the last stitch is going to be the 26th stitch. I'm going to finish with an increase. Okay, so when I finish my row, I'm going to turn my video back on to see how to continue. I've completed crocheting around, and as I mentioned before I turned the video off, I'm going to have a total of 108 stitches, and my last stitch would be an increase. So I worked 2 double crochet in the last stitch of my round. Now I'm going to work a slip stitch in the first double crochet for this row, which was a chain 3. So put your hook in the 3rd chain and work a slip stitch. Cut the yellow yarn, and I'm going to attach my pink yarn to create the filet. Then I'm going to work my layers on top of that filet in the end. What's important to know at this point of our work is the total length that I need the dress to be for this age. For 2 years old, I want the total length of the dress to be about 47 centimeters. So counting from the shoulder up to the end of the filet that I'm going to create, I need to have a total of 47 centimeters. So I'm going to attach my new yarn. I'm going to attach my pink yarn again. So I'm going to take the yarn and pull it through the loop. Tighten up the yellow loop, and I'm going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to turn my work. So every time you finish a row, we're going to be turning our work. So this chain 5 counts as 1 double crochet the first 3 chains, and for a chain 2 space, the next 2 chains. So I'm going to skip 2 double crochet because I substitute those 2 double crochet with the 2 chains, and I'm going to work 1 double crochet in the 3rd stitch. Chain 2, skip 2 stitches, put your hook in the 3rd, and work 1 double crochet. Chain 2, skip 2 stitches, put your hook in the 3rd, and work 1 double crochet. Chain 2, skip 2 stitches, put your hook in the 3rd, and work 1 double crochet. Okay, so keep working the same pattern around up until the end of the row, where I'm going to turn the video back on and see how to continue from there on. I'm almost done with my row, and I have worked a double crochet, and I'm left with 2 stitches in the end of my row. Chain 2, skip the 2 stitches, and work a slip stitch in the first double crochet for this row, which is the 3rd chain counting from the bottom. Slip stitch, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and turn your work. So this is how the first row of the filet looks like. Now, before we start row number 2 of the filet, in which I'm going to work increases because I want the filet to start opening up so the dress is wider as it goes downwards. So the total number of stitches, even though I've worked the filet, I have the boxes over here, does not change because I've substituted the double crochet with 2 chains. So 1 double crochet and 2 chains give me 3 stitches. Double crochet and 2 chains give me my next 3 stitches. So I still have a total of 108 stitches in the end of this row. Now, each box is made out of a total of 3 stitches, the double crochet and the 2 chains after that, double crochet and 2 chains after that. So, because I want to create an increase in the next row, I'm going to take the 108, which is my total number of stitches. You're going to have to take your total number of stitches, depending for the age you're crocheting for, and divide that number by 3. So the result is 36. That means that if I count all the boxes around, I have a total of 36 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all around up to the last box. I have a total of 36 boxes. And I want a total of 4 increases in the next row. So take the number that you had as a result and divide that number by 4. Okay, and the result is 9. So this means that after every 9 boxes, I'm going to create an increase. So in the next row, I'm going to have an extra box after that increase every time. So in row, this is the first row. In the second row that we're going to start now, we're going to work the increases. So in the third row, I'm going to have an extra 4 boxes in the end of that row. Okay, it's simple math. So let me explain one more time. I have a total of 108 stitches. Each box is made out of 3 stitches. So take that number 108 or your total of stitches and divide it by 3. The result is 36, which means that I have 36 boxes and I want a total of 4 increases. So divide your total by 4 and the result is 9. So take the result, and after that many boxes, you're going to create your increase. So I've worked 5 chains, which count as a double crochet in a chain 2 space. So skip the 2 chains and work 1 double crochet on top of that double crochet. So this was my first box. Chain 2, skip 2 chains, double crochet on top of the double crochet. Second box, chain 2, skip the 2 chains, put your hook in the double crochet and work 1 double crochet. This is my third box. Chain 2 and double crochet on top of the double crochet. chain 2, double crochet on top of the double crochet, chain 2, double crochet on top of the double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes so far. Chain 2, double crochet on top of the double crochet, chain 2, double crochet on top of the double crochet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, chain 2 and double crochet on top of the double crochet. So I have a total of 9 boxes. Now I'm going to create my increase. So I'm going to chain 2 and I'm going to work 1 more double crochet in the same stitch that I just worked the double crochet. So this V stitch in the next row is going to become a box. Now start counting your boxes from the beginning again. Chain 2, double crochet on top of the double crochet. This is my first box. Chain 2, double crochet, 2, chain 2, double crochet, 3, chain 2, double crochet, 4, chain 2, double crochet, 5, chain 2, double crochet, 6, chain 2, double crochet, 7, chain 2, double crochet, 8, chain 2, double crochet, 9. So let me count just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes. Now I'm going to create my increase again. Chain 2 and work 1 more double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, so this was my second increase. Now I'm going to go ahead off camera and I'm going to work 9 boxes increase, 9 boxes increase in the end of the row. Before I finish, I'm going to turn the video back on to see how to continue. I'm almost done with my row, and after the third increase I have a total of 8 boxes and I need to have a total of 9. So what we're going to do now, I'm left with the 2 double crochet and then the slip stitch that I did in the previous row. So instead of doing that, because I want an increase, I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to put my hook in the very same stitch that I worked the first 5 chains for this row, and I'm going to work 1 double crochet. So this gives me my 9 boxes. I'm going to chain 2 and I'm going to work a slip stitch in the first double crochet for this row, which is the 3rd chain out of the 5. I'm going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to turn my work. Excuse me. I'm going to work 1 double crochet on top of the first double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet on top of the next double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet on top of the next double crochet. So this is going to be a row with 1 stitch in every stitch. So this means that I'm going to be chaining 2 and 1 double crochet on top of every double crochet. Same applies here. Double crochet, chain 2 and double crochet. And then chain 2, double crochet, and so on. So this row up until the end is going to be worked off camera, where here we can have double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch in the first stitch for this row. The second row is also going to be a row of 1 stitch in every stitch. So again, start by chaining 5, turn your work, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, and finish the row again with double crochet, chain 2, and slip stitch in the first stitch for this row. So I'm going to finish this row and the next row, and then the third row is going to be a row of increases again, which we're going to work together. So up until I reach the 47 centimeters, I'm going to be working increases in every third row. I've completed working the 2 rows after the increases off camera. Now the third row is going to be again a row of increase. Now, in order to avoid getting confused, since I've worked an increase after every 9th box in the previous row, in this row I'm going to create an increase after every 10th box. This way I'm going to have again a total of 4 increases all around. So I'm going to start by chaining 5, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, and turn your work. Double crochet in the first double crochet. So this is my first box. 1, chain 2, double crochet, 2, chain 2, double crochet, 3, chain 2, double crochet, 4, chain 2, double crochet, 5, chain 2, double crochet, 6, chain 2, double crochet, 7, chain 2, double crochet, 8, chain 2, double crochet, 9, chain 2, double crochet, 10. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So after the 10th box, I'm going to chain 2 and 1 more double crochet in the same stitch that I've just worked the double crochet. So this is my increase. Now I'm going to chain 2 and double crochet in the next double crochet, and I'm going to start counting again from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the 10th box, I'm going to chain 2 and double crochet in the same stitch. So before I finish the row, I'm going to turn the video back on to work the last increase together. I'm almost done crocheting the row of increases, and as it happened in the first row of increases, I have a total of 9 boxes, and I'm only left with my chain 2 and the double crochet that I usually crochet my slip stitch. So in order to have my 10th box, I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to work 1 double crochet in the same stitch that my chain 5 come out from. Okay, so now I have my 10 boxes. I'm going to chain 2 and I'm going to slip stitch in the first double crochet for this row. So here we have again our last increase. Now I'm going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to turn my work. Now from here on, we're going to continue off camera. After every row of increases, I'm going to work 2 rows with boxes regularly. So after the chain 5, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, and so on, for a total of 2 rows. In the 3rd row, since I worked increases after every 10th box, in the 3rd row now we're going to work increases after every 11th box. 2 regular rows, increases in the 3rd row after every 12th box. Then 2 regular rows, and then in the 3rd row increases in every 13th box, and so on up until the total length starting from the shoulder to the bottom has the total length that you need for the age you're crocheting for. For 2 years old, I need to have a total of 47 centimeters counting from the bottom to the top. When I finish crocheting my filet, I'm going to turn my video back on to see how to start crocheting the layers on top of the filet that we have created. I've completed crocheting my filet, and see how going downwards it opens up. And this is because we have made our increases. Now, the reason that we do this is because we don't just want to have the wavy part of the layers, okay? The person that wears it, if it goes straight down, they won't be able to walk correctly, because the dress going downwards is going to get tighter. So this is why we need to work increases as we go downwards. In order to finish, I've worked my last 2 chains, slip stitch, chain 1, cut the yarn, pull the loop, and tighten up. Now, on this side that we have made it the back side of our dress, okay, we're going to start creating up here on the yellow belt that we have created. I'm going to start creating the first layer of the dress. So let's go ahead and see how to start.